Camera number 341 of 365 is the Praktica PLC3. It's a fully manual, very metal camera, only requires a battery for the meter, but I couldn't help smile at the English translation of the manual. In the introduction, it just makes the comment. It says, "We wish you much success with this modern single lens reflex camera. You will enjoy the benefits of the novel type of the metal blade focal plane shutter, its high shutter speed stability, the short synchro speed for electronic flash exposures, and, what is of special importance, the internal light metering at full aperture with the continuously bright finder image. This is the advantage of the electric diaphragm control. Measurement of shutter speed, diaphragm numeral, and film speed is coupled. It is in the center-weighted manner so that pictures true to the object will be obtained. Before you will start practical work, we beg you to carefully read these instructions for use to avoid disadvantages and trouble with your camera." So let's just go through some of the features of the Praktica, which are pretty much very similar to a lot of these cameras. It features the M42 screw mount, and this particular lens I've got has the contacts, so it can make contact with these electric contacts on the camera. I quite like this lens, I must say. It does look the part really. 50mm 1.8 lens. It has a nice little button somewhere around the side here. Here we go, just there, which closes the aperture. There we go. But as mentioned in the manual, it's open diaphragm, so it meters and then only closes the aperture when you actually take the photograph. So we have our self-timer button. I don't actually know that this works. No, I don't think it works. This is a rather poor example of the camera, I must say. There are things missing. The synchro cord for the flash is clearly missing there. It doesn't look in the best of conditions. But the one redeeming factor is, although it does have a light meter, which requires a strange battery, a 4.5 volt battery, it's manual. So that's one of the redeeming factors. The shutter will actuate without need for batteries, so that's why I felt I could go ahead and use that. But if you did have a battery and were able to get the camera working, you would be greeted with the match needle variety of metering, where you just center the needle. And it does have a little indicator showing that, I don't know whether you can see that in the viewfinder, probably can't, in the this side, showing that the film has not been wound on and needs to be wound on. When it is, that gets removed. So a nice reminder that you haven't wound on your camera when you put the camera to the eye. Shutter actuation button. Shutter speeds go from 1/1000th of a second down to bulb. We lift the same collar to get our film speeds, that then we can use the meter. The meter can then be turned on and off with the little, around the collar of the rewind crank, there's this little on and off button. Our rewind crank, which also lifts our film chamber door, and then we can put our film in. Our film advance and film counter. So very similar, but looking at the images that have come from it, they look okay. I won't know fully until I actually scan them. And then finally here on the bottom, the tripod mount. So very poor looking camera, but it produced images, which is always what we want. So there's the Praktica PLC3, and that has been camera number 341 of 365.